Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning back in. Today, we are going to be doing a bit of a guided meditation. And it's going to be all about releasing what no longer serves us so that we can make room for all of the beautiful blessings and the abundance that will be coming into our lives, and for all of those intentions and resolutions that we'll be setting along with the new year. So I know it is so terribly hard to believe that we've already reached the end of the year, the end of the decade, all kinds of things coming full circle and coming to a closing point, it feels like. And I know it can be really tempting to jump straight ahead to those new beginnings, to think right away about the intentions we want to set and about the life we want to create and cultivate in the year 2020 and the coming year and coming decade. But I do think it's really important before we do that to give ourselves a little bit of a look back, to take stock on how far we've come, on what's worked and what hasn't, and to really give ourselves permission to decide what it is we need to continue carrying forward. So that's our mission here today. You can take a seat if that feels comfy for you. I'm propped up in a nice supported hero's pose, but you're welcome to take an easy seat or crisscross applesauce on your mat. You could also sit in a chair, nice and tall, or even recline down, either in a fetal position or in a shavasana or corpse pose. Whatever works for you. You want to be in a space where you can feel comfortable, where you can feel steady and sturdy, and where you give yourself a little bit of time and a little bit of quiet away from other distractions. So take a moment, find that space for yourself. When you do, we'll just gently close our eyes down. We'll give ourselves a big breath in through our nose and out through your mouth like a sigh. We'll take 2 more cleansing breaths, just like that. Big breath in and out. 1 more. Inhale and let it all go. We'll seal our lips and start to take that breath in and out just through your nose. Wherever you are, feel a little softness right at your hip creases. Let that softness travel down into your knee creases, to your ankles, and to those spaces between your toes. Feel some looseness at your shoulders. Allow that sensation to travel into your elbows, into your wrists, and in between your fingers. We'll think about creating a long spine, so whether you're sitting or lying, you want lots of space between ribs and hips, between ears and shoulders. Then we'll let ourselves relax through your throat and your jaw, and the skin at the inner and outer corners of your eyes and across your forehead. We're going to let our breath drop deep down into your belly. Big inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Continue with that breath, expanding wide at your diaphragm. And exhale to release. And give yourself a moment right here to think back over the last season of your life. Now that might mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It might be your year, your month, it might be the actual fall, spring, winter. Maybe it's the last decade. Or maybe you've noticed your life tends to move in a 3-year cycle or a 5-year cycle. Maybe you're following a lunar path. Whatever that means for you, give yourself this space, this moment to look back at that season. Remind yourself of all the beauty and the joy, of all the love and the abundance that you were able to cultivate and to receive during that time. Give yourself permission to really relish in those little wins, big and small. And then from there, we're going to look forward just a bit to our next season, our next chapter. Again, however you'd like to define that. And see if you can begin to imagine what kind of energy you'd like to cultivate, what kind of adjectives you'd like to assign, how you want to feel in this coming year. And we'll bring our focus backward again. And take a moment to decide, to sort through, to understand if there's anything you can let go of between now and then. If there's anything that was really maybe serving you quite a bit throughout this past year, but that has completed its cycle or run its course. And now it's time to set it down or let it go. This might be big or little. Maybe it's time for a change at work, at home. Maybe it's time for a change in your way of thinking, or a habit we'd like to let go of. Maybe it's an emotion that's no longer necessary. Anxiety or grief, turmoil over a particular topic. Whatever it is for you, and it might be a few things. You might have a running list, or maybe it's one big one that feels really daunting. Whatever it is for you, give yourself permission and a moment to focus in on that. Whether it's a feeling, a habit, a relationship. Allow yourself to tell it thank you, because whatever it is, it did serve us for a time, whether it protected us, whether it pushed us forward. So give it some love, give it some honor and some gratitude. And then maybe visualize yourself letting it go. Throwing it away or burning it or watching it dissolve or float out to sea. Whatever resonates with you. But but find a way to put the weight of it down. It might take a couple tries with that visualization. It might take several rounds of breath. It's all right. You've got all the time you need. Within that visualization, you might take the mantra or the intention. I am letting go of. I am releasing. I will no longer carry. And then finish that sentence with whatever it might be for you. I am releasing fear of the unknown. And I will no longer carry self-doubt. I am letting go of distractions. And give yourself a few breaths here, maintaining that visualization, maintaining that mantra. Allow it to become stronger and more clear. Allow it to become more and more of a reality with every round of breath. We'll take a few more breaths right here together. If you need a little more time, you can stay right where you are. You can continue that repetition, continue that visualization, continue your breath for as long as you need. When you're ready, just gently draw your mind back to your belly. Feel that big breath in on your inhale. Feel yourself draw to center on your exhale. We'll take 3 more of those cleansing sighs in through our nose, out through your mouth. 2 more. Our next inhale in, sweep your arms overhead. Give those fingers a little wiggle. Bring your palms to center. And bring your thumbs right to your forehead. And take a big inhale and repeat either in your mind or out loud your mantra. I am no longer carrying self-doubt. Bring your thumbs to your lips. Take a big breath in. Mentally or verbally repeat that mantra. I am releasing fear. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a big breath in. Internally or externally, repeat that mantra. I am letting go of self-criticism. When you're ready, you might take a couple blinks and open up your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me through this meditation to help us release the weight of anything we might be carrying. Hopefully you feel a little lighter, a little freer, like we've created a little more room for all of the blessings that 2020 will bring you. The divine light in me honors the divine light in you. Namaste.